back to another snow-filled weekend here in Minnesota. It's a beautiful day. Let's get the slide out. We're camping with no electricity today, but I think we're gonna be all right. The high is supposed to be around 40 degrees. I was just looking on the internet. We've only reached 40 degrees like 2 times in the last 130 days. This will be nice. I do hope that you guys enjoy seeing the snow on the ground though, because we're going on almost 5 months without seeing the grass. Good thing we brought the shovel. We gotta get this slide out put out, start setting up camp. It said it's supposed to be like 40 degrees out today, but it's only about 30 right now. Still 30 degrees, I'll take it. This week, I'm gonna be smoking a tomahawk steak over the campfire. I figure it's gotta work out one of these times. But we're not gonna do the rotisserie again. I think that would work if I had a rotisserie motor, or maybe an older drill that had brushes in it, not the newer brushless style. But today, we're gonna do something completely different, something that I've never done before. I gotta get out in the woods though, and find the parts that I need to put this thing together. Before I head out though, I'm gonna go turn the furnace on so the camper gets nice and warm. Let's go get out in the woods and I'm gonna explain to you guys exactly how we're gonna be cooking that tomahawk steak tonight. This afternoon, we're gonna go out in the woods, find some larger sticks that I can bring back to my campsite. I'm not looking for wood to burn. If you guys know, state of Minnesota doesn't allow you to go foraging for wood to bring back to your campsite to burn. But what they don't say anything about is bringing back some large sticks to make a tripod over the campfire to hang a tomahawk steak from while you smoke it in the campfire. And that's the plan this weekend. That guy right there might be exactly what I'm looking for. Now it's just gonna be tromping through the snow to get it. Two down. Oh, it's easier to roll here. I got 3 branches. Let's go back to the campsite, see if we can't put something together. This is gonna work perfect. I've got some lashing that I'm gonna put up top, try and hold this all together. We're not gonna be building a big fire in here tonight, at least not while we're cooking anyways. Check that out, a swivel. I mean, come on. Well, I don't know, this should work, right? So I'm gonna start building the fire and then we're gonna go get that steak tied up because the last thing I want is for that steak to fall into fire. So we're almost gonna have to make a little basket out of butcher's twine. We'll figure it out as we go. All right, I do get a lot of really good tips from you guys on different fire starters to use. And what I've just been using are these things called Fast Fire. You can pick them up anywhere. They're relatively cheap. I don't remember how much they are. If I bought them, they weren't very much. But they work really, really well. And when I'm out of these, I'm gonna try some of the tips that you guys have given me with the cotton balls and things, but we're gonna get this fire going. Well, I think my best bet is going to be tying this thing up like a basket, trying to hang it over the fire. I want to make sure that it's completely supporting itself, because the last thing I want is for this delicious meat to fall. All right, looks good to me. We should probably get back out there and make sure our tripod hasn't burned down. This is looking good. It's probably going to be an hour yet before the coals are ready. I'm going to use some of this lump charcoal as well, just to help really control that heat. I'm really hoping that this week it turns out. While that's cooking, let's go check out this park a little bit. I mentioned this before in the other videos. One good thing about these state parks is there's always a bathroom. That really does come in handy. That way, you're not trying to take care of stuff inside the camper. They do have, I believe, one camper cabin at this park. It's not rented this weekend, but let's head over there. I have no idea if they leave the doors open. I've never rented a cabin at a state park before. Maybe it looks cool. I don't know. Let's go check it out. It's like Little House on the Prairie in there. So Minnesota now has went to a cashless system at their state parks. They want all reservations to be done online. They don't want to be exchanging any money at the ranger station. And I noticed that they have a key system here. I wonder if when you go online, they give you the code to this key box. Otherwise, if you're like me and you get off work Friday, you drive all the way up here, there's no one at the ranger station, I wonder how you're supposed to get into the cabins. These cabins do look really, really nice though. I'm gonna have to see if I can't flip this tomahawk around somehow. I don't want it cooking all just on the bottom, and that's what it's looking like it's doing. So at least I'm catching it now. Supper might actually turn out really good tonight. What I'm going to do really quick is a project on the camper. You guys remember on the other video, I lost the key for one of the cubbies on the outside of the camper. Well, I'm just going to replace it with a thumb lock style, one that doesn't have a keyed entry. I don't have anything in those cubbies we're stealing, so we're just going to make it easy. I'm never going to have to worry about losing the key again, and I'm just going to replace a couple of those thumb locks. This one and this one. Now we just got to get them open. And I'll show you guys why I'm really not concerned about having locks on them anyways. It doesn't take much to get in there. I suppose maybe having the locks on there does look like they're more secure, and maybe people would leave it alone, but I'm not going to worry about it. And looks like got a couple of different style locks. Let's put her together. Perfect. Do the same to this one. We'll be done. Oh, that looks completely different. Sure, we can make it fit. You can see that this guy is about a 1/4 inch longer. I don't know if I can fix that out here. I'm hoping something like this might work. That's nice and snug, even clicks into place. I like it. That's factory right there. Let's go check how this is coming along. Oh, I wish you guys could be here. The smell, it's just amazing. And as the coals go down, I'm just gonna keep lowering that steak more and more and more. And thankfully, I brought a meat thermometer out here this time just to make sure we don't overcook it. I turned the steak around a little bit. I think that is gonna be probably my best steak I've ever made on video. It smells amazing. Oh, I gotta say, I really appreciate all of the emails and stuff that I get from you guys. I get a lot of people telling me how, almost fell. I get a lot of people telling me how they're going out and buying camper, or they watch the videos, which got them to go out and try doing some winter camping, and I think that's awesome. And I got a lot of people too telling me that they're thinking about one day I'm gonna be able to go out truck camping. The truth is, the more you do it, the easier it gets. And then when you don't get a chance to come out here, you feel like you're just missing something. Sometimes it's views like these right here that just as beautiful as the waterfalls and the lakes and rivers that we've seen on the other videos. Perfect. Let's get this wrapped up. Take a little rest. I'm just going to continue editing on the computer for a little bit and then maybe even go outside and finish out the sunset. You know how it is. Tuesday rolls around quick. Got to get these videos out. Ouch. I started getting a Charlie horse on the top of my foot. Holy buckets. That don't feel good. Okay, good to go. Well, I'm going to go outside for a little bit. Got to save some of this battery power for editing on the computer tonight. I think what would be really good is just get the fire going and just sit outside for a while. Enjoy nature. Let's get the steak pulled out of the microwave, see how it turned out. It's still warm. Oh, wow. This is going to be so good. It's literally just falling apart. It did get up to 145 degrees. Let's cut into it and see what it looks like. You know, this piece right here is like my favorite, so I think I'm just going to cut it right about here. Nice and pink on the inside. The good news is that there's enough to share. So before I go home tomorrow, stop at Mandy's and drop her some off. It is awesome. Well, I think it's time I go outside, try and find that camera, and then I can finally call it a night. It's been a long day. Here is my tracks going in the woods. My luck, I'd hear something crashing through the forest. I doubt it. I just seen a flash up here in the woods, and it is like pitch black. These here are my tracks from earlier today. Like I said, we are the only ones out here. And I know there's reflective signs along the path here, but it was an actual flash of light in the woods. There is nothing over there. So I was honestly thinking that I was going to come up to that cabin, but that cabin's not where that flash was. Oh man, the light just went out on the GoPro. Great. Please turn back on. There we go. I mentioned to you guys earlier that I was able to talk to one of the park rangers, and what she was telling me is one of the reasons why this park stays so empty is just because it is so remote. There's really no one around here. It's in the middle of nowhere. Well, it looks like I'm gonna make it back completely unscathed. Back to my cozy little cabin in the bed of my truck. Well, I think that's where I'm going to end this one for tonight. I'm going to get inside that camper, lock the door, and then I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys in the morning. It stayed nice and warm in the camper all night last night. It got down in the low teens. This morning we're sitting at about 19 degrees. Like I told you guys yesterday, I talked with a park ranger. She told me about some forestry land, possible boondocking. The only problem is yesterday those roads, they weren't passable. Too much slush, the snow's been melting. We're going to see if we can get out there on the bike, maybe take a look at some potential boondocking spots for a little bit later this spring, because those can be hard to come by once the muddy season hits. I think I'm going to start getting packed up in here. We're going to jump on the bike and let's go check this out. Well, maybe I should just keep both hands on the wheel and get to where I'm going. Wow. Well, I think I actually made it in one piece. Let's park you right here. All this snow is blinding. So So the ranger said that during hunting season, there will be campers up here, but the rest of the year it stays pretty much empty. It'll be a good stop for just a quick weekend trip. Well, on the way back, I'm going 2 hands on the handlebars, so I'm putting the camera down, which means this video has just about come to an end. I think we got this one in the bag. You guys have spent all weekend with me. That's long enough. I'll see you again next Tuesday. Until then, be kind, be honest. We'll see you down the road.